What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. Thank you so much for checking out tonight's video. Today, guys, a Blockbuster trade has just been finalized with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves coming to a deal that will send none other than outfielder Jason Heyward and pitcher Jordan Walden to the St. Louis Cardinals in exchange for Shelby Miller and none other than Tyrell Jenkins. This is a blockbuster deal, and this is what keeps everybody into the MLB offseason. You don't know what's expected to happen, and stuff like this is why you are a baseball fan. If you're a diehard fan, you would understand how big of a blockbuster deal this is. Now let's talk about Jason Heyward and Jordan Walden. Jordan Walden is not a stranger to being traded. Jordan Walden was traded from the Los Angeles Angels to the Atlanta Braves. So it was just about a season and a half ago, I think, which it was. But Jordan Walden, like I said, he's no stranger to being traded. He's going to be joining the St. Louis Cardinals. But for Jason Heyward to be traded, this comes as a complete shock to myself, because Jason Heyward, he was going down the line of being the future of the squad. You can look at other guys like Freddie Freeman, and Gaddis, but you know what? You gotta look in for your future, and Jason Heyward, I've always felt that Jason Heyward was that guy to lead that team down the line. I don't really believe in Justin Upton as being that guy to build for it down the line into the future. B.J. Upton, you don't get much from B.J. Upton anymore. His prime days. I know he's still a very young outfielder, but he has not proved anything in the past 3-4 seasons. So you can't surround yourself with B.J. Upton. Simmons is another great option there. But you know what? Jason Heyward, even for being an outfielder, he can still, rack you up a lot of, home runs. He can, a reasonable amount. He also gets on base for, a handful. Look at his average. His average this year was much improvement from 2013, where he batted .254. 2014, he batted .271. So that is a great improvement for Jason Heyward. He's now going over to the St. Louis Cardinals, where right now, guys, I'm saying that they have the best outfield in Major League Baseball. You can Los Angeles Dodgers with what they have in the outfield with Puig, Kemp, Andre Ethier. You can go ahead and say that they have the best outfield in Major League Baseball. But you know what? The St. Louis Cardinals are there. They're going to surplus this team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, with the much depth that they have in their outfield. They do have Jason Heyward. They have John Jay in center field, Heyward playing right field, Matt Holliday in left. That is an excellent three outfielders. Those are three excellent, outfielders. I've never seen a team with this much depth, kind of like the St. Louis Cardinals. There was a lot of questions for this team going into this coming year, this past year. Can they be a consistent enough team? Can their hitters really stay consistent? They have probably one of the most consistent rosters right now in Major League Baseball. With Matt Adams, look what he's done during the playoffs against the San Francisco Giants. He was just a threat. Going into next year, going into the 2015 year, if he can stay consistent, there's no doubt in my mind that the St. Louis Cardinals team is going to be a World Series roster. From the way it says right now on paper, this is a team that can win the World Series, 2 years in a row. I have a lot of faith in this team. They just need to add some depth at the back end of their rotation, and also add a nice, a couple more, arms in their bullpen. And that's what they got with Jordan Walden. So that is an excellent pickup from the St. Louis Cardinals. Jason Heyward's going to be out there playing right field. I love this deal a whole lot. But now let's look over to the Atlanta Braves side of things. They got pitching. The Atlanta Braves needs pitching. Their bullpen has a couple of questions. They do have Kimbrel. They got James Russell in there, Johnny Venters, David Carpenter. This team has some the prime name in Craig Kimbrel. But down the line into this bullpen, nothing too positive comes out. They got James Russell, who's going to be their late inning relief pitcher. They really need to bring someone in that has a little bit more effectiveness, and Shelby Miller is that definition of that. Shelby Miller is one of the most dominant relief pitchers in Major League Baseball. Adding him into a bullpen which already features, like I said, with Craig Kimbrel and Shelby Miller, that's going to be one of the best and most impressive, 1-2 punches in all of Major League Baseball. This is a blockbuster deal, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta go and do your research about this, because, the Atlanta Braves are just getting much better into their bullpen. They just gotta get much better into their hitting. They need more consistency on the outfield for B.J. Upton. This team is going down the path of being a very successful team. Yes, they have the opportunity of making into the playoffs, but you know what? They just don't have, the consistency consistency. They don't have that, big game winning roster. They really need to have that kind of team in order to be a more improved team down the line and down the stretch of the year. So if they don't have that, they've got to start focusing on getting their hitting. They got it in their bullpen. I can feel I have a great build of confidence, obviously in K. Krimble, and also in Shelby Miller. Tyrell's going to be a pretty interesting, Tyrell Jenkins. It's going to be interesting what they're going to do with him. Is he going to be, placed in the rotation? I still have a lot of, a lot of confidence, like I said, in Chris Medlin, Brandon Beachy, Alex Wood. Those are, the last three guys in the rotation. Mike Minor, Julio Teheran's up there. You also got to think about, where you're going to put Tyrell Jenkins. Are you going to put him down in the farm system to start the year? Can you possibly be putting him in the bullpen? There's a lot of options for Tyrell Jenkins at this current point, but we'll just have to wait and find out how spring training opens up. Are they going to give him an opportunity to compete for the number 5 role or the number 4 role? So that's going to be a storyline you guys would like to follow. Is Tyrell Jenkins going to end up starting the year in the bullpen? So you all got to figure this out come spring training time, because that's one of the most intriguing parts of baseball, because a lot of guys are competing, and that's when baseball really starts, because it starts that just clarifies that baseball season is right around the corner. But like I said, guys, this was a blockbuster deal. Jason Heyward and none other than Jordan Walden get dealt to the St. Louis Cardinals in exchange for Shelby Miller and Tyrell Jenkins. The Atlanta Braves acquired them. That is a huge trade, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and also like my page on Facebook. I'll catch you guys in my next video.